my channel. Today I am going to be doing my June favourites, and I know it's really late and we're halfway in through July, but I thought never late than better. I've managed to get some time this morning to get ready and show you guys what I was loving in the month of June. There's quite a lot of things that I was loving. When I was gathering everything together, I was like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. So I'm not gonna blabber on. I'm gonna get cracking and show you guys what I was loving last month. First thing is first, I'm not one of those people who goes out a lot. Over the past few months, I have been going to a lot of hen do's because a lot of my friends are getting married this year. Going out at night and going out and partying is something that was always on the cards for all the hen do's that I went on. One thing that I've had in my drawer for probably over a year, and I do use quite a lot, it's just never been spoken about on my channel or on my blog or even on my Instagram. That is the Sally Hansen's airbrush legs. Basically what it is almost like a subtle fake tan in a spray can, which is instant. You can put this on your legs, you can put it on half your legs, you can put it on your arms, you can pretty much put it anywhere where you want a little bit of tan, and it does photograph also really, really well. I have been loving this. I spray this onto my legs and then just massage it all in and make sure there are no streaks. I've got to put it out there that every time I have used it and sprayed it directly onto my legs, the bathroom gets super, super messy. So one way to kind of get over that is actually spraying it directly onto your hand and then massaging it into your legs or your arms or wherever you want it. But this has become a firm favourite for me for whenever I want to go out and whenever I do have my legs on show and I don't have a tan, then this is definitely something that, I will reach out for. I think it retails for about £5 or £6. So for people who don't really want to go out there and get a spray tan, or who haven't been on holiday and want to kind of fake tan but not have that biscuity smell on their skin, then this is perfect. It comes off in the shower the next day or the night when you want to kind of take it off. So yeah, it's an overall winner and I was absolutely loving it last month. So yeah, it's a super duper favourite of mine. I've got one skincare item and it's something that I've spoken about quite a lot on my channel, and I was reunited once again with it last month and I just had to include it into my favourite, and that is my Glam Glow Super Mud Cleansing Treatment, and I'm so glad I have this back in my life. I use this once a week and I pretty much put it on my face, wait for it to dry. Your face does get really stiff, but when I wash this off, I always put something like a face oil on top at night, and the next day my skin feels brand new. I'm so glad I have this back in my life. I think it's pretty much a firm holy grail favourite for me. So definitely was loving this last month, and I'm sure I will be up until it finishes and I need to get a new one again. Now on to makeup. I thought I wouldn't have that many makeup bits that I was loving last month, but surprisingly I have a lot. So I'm going to start off with a really funny one because I don't even know how to explain it. It's the way I like to put this on more than the product itself. I do love the products, but it's the way that I've been putting it on, and it's my concealer. So recently I have been twisting my eraser eye up a couple of notches and then dipping it into my Kevyn Aucoin Central Skin Enhancer and then dabbing that on my under eyes. I cannot explain to you guys just how amazing this combination of concealers are. Not only do I love the Central Skin Enhancer, but the eraser eye has a really nice creamy light texture to it and consistency to it. So the combination of these two literally give me that perfect concealed and highlighted look underneath my eyes. I do have it on underneath my eyes at the moment, so you can kind of see what it looks like. Love the combination of these two together. Next up is a eyeliner brush, and it's not no normal eyeliner brush that you would get from a makeup counter, but it's actually a brush, well, it's actually a paintbrush from Hobbycraft, and it's this brush here. It says on here that it's the Gratitude Daler Roni Spotter, and it's also got 10/0 on it as well. I will link exactly what brush it is in the description box below. But this little bad boy was £3.75 I think, at the top of my head. But I got this from Hobbycraft a few weeks ago, and I thought it would be quite nice to try this out as an eyeliner brush because it is super, super, super fine at the end, and it's fair enough to say this is the best and cheapest, probably, eyeliner brush out there. It's just fab. I've used it today, and I do use it every time I want to use my gel liners. If you're on the hunt for a gel liner brush, then please, please, please check this out. And you can literally get the finest point. And because it's so super fine, you can really work the eyeliner up, so you can make it thicker or you can make it super, super thin, and it's so just easy to use, and I think for the price you cannot go wrong. And speaking of eyeliners, I have actually been dabbling into gel liners a lot recently. I went through a phase where I would just not really wear eyeliners or like winged eyeliner, but I recently have been loving it. The colour that I was absolutely loving and got so many compliments on was my Chocolate Shimmer Ink by Bobbi Brown, and it's a beautiful shimmery chocolate brown colour. For browns, I'm really funny because I like my browns to show up and I like my browns to be different, and this is just that. I hadn't used this for a lot of months and it's still just as creamy as it was when I first got it. It is so, so, so beautiful, and it's got the beautiful like slightest hint of shimmer in there, and I think it's really nice for these summer months. I'm so glad that I've started using this again, and I do have it on my eyes today so you can see what it looks like, but yeah, absolutely been loving this. Another thing that I was loving last month, and still am loving this month, I'm gonna add, is a highlighter that I got I think it was last month, or maybe even possibly the month before that. It is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It is a gorgeous, like, champagne-y highlighter. I actually sweep this over my eyelids. I do have it on today on my eyelids and as a highlight on my cheeks, and I really, really like this. On the days when I want that little bit extra bit of highlight and I do want it to show up a little bit more, then I always, always reach for this. I got this from a website called Blush Beauty Box, which stock a lot of high street brands. I will leave a link to it in the description box so you guys can check it out. I love, love, love the packaging. It's kind of like Soap and Glory meets Benefit. But yeah, absolutely love this. I'm really funny, so on a day-to-day basis, I don't really wear eyeshadows. I will probably like sweep the odd colour, like the Mary Luminizer, onto my eyelids. No fuss, no fluff. I like to keep it very, very simple. But recently, I've been reaching out for this one palette, which is just beyond this world beautiful, and that is the Chocolate Bar palette from Too Faced Cosmetics. One of the biggest reasons why I love this, now I'm just going to point out that I love chocolate. Like, I am the biggest fan of chocolate. The thing I love most about this bar here is it smells like chocolate. It's insane how yummy this smells. You can see here just the gorgeous, gorgeous colours there are. There are some really lovely like shimmery colours and matte colours, highlighter colours, and you've got the odd like maroon and purple in there as well. This is pretty much a really nice glamorous neutral palette, and I have been loving this. I have been taking this to everywhere I've kind of travelled to because I feel like it's got almost every colour in here for me to create like a really neutral or glamorous eye look. Urban Decay are hands down my favourite eyeshadows out there, but Too Faced are slowly creeping up my favourites list. But yeah, really, really, really loving this palette. Last makeup bit is a really old lipstick that I got, gosh, years ago, and I am wearing it on my lips today, and it's actually a MAC Pro Longwear lipstick in the colour Overtime, and it's just a beautiful matte, like, nudie pink lipstick, but I really, really love this. I'm so glad I rediscovered this in my lipstick stash. Whenever I don't know what to wear, I seem to have just been putting this on, but yes, love, love, love this lipstick. I have one favourite top coat that I would use religiously, and then I realised I only had one bottle left, and I kind of stopped using it because I wanted to save it. I don't really know why I did that, because I am still 100% completely and utterly in love with this top coat, and that is Polish Shield by Orly. It is the best top coat I have ever tried. It's super thick, it's super glossy, it's super fast drying, and it is just all around brilliant. I have probably gone through about 4 or 5 bottles of this since being introduced to it. So yeah, I am a huge fan of this top coat. What I do like to use this with, which I kind of think is a match made in heaven for nails, is the Orly's Flash Dry Drops. And literally all it is a little pipette, and it's got this like magical fluid that helps your nail polish dry so super fast. Combination of these, oh, they're beautiful. I love them. So guys, that is the end of my very long and very late June favourites. If you guys would like to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I will leave all of my social links in the description box below, so please don't forget to check that out. And yes, I would just like to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed, because I actually hit 30,000 subscribers I think it was last week. And again, I would like to thank you all for all the lovely messages that you send on Twitter and Instagram